What's the Coeur d'Alene word for name? Who knows? Skwist. What's the Coeur d'Alene word for name? I have a name, you have a name, she has a name. So something was happening when I was asking those questions to Skwist. Right? Sometimes Skwist was iskwist, right? And what's that? My name is correct. That's how you say my in Coeur d'Alene language. Sometimes it was iskwist. When I said iskwist, what was that?
Your name.
Your name in Coeur d'Alene language. And who can tell me how do you say his name or her name in Coeur d'Alene language? Skwists. And that is gender neutral. It can be his or her. So one of the things that we're going to find out, and is forever true about the Coeur d'Alene language, is that you can analyze these long words into component parts. That oftentimes in Coeur d'Alene language, the root is actually a verb, and that you can modify it by adding prefixes, suffixes, change the meaning, just like you can in English, right? You know what a prefix is? You say prefixes and suffixes in English. Something you attach to it, right? Goes right on it, yeah. And if you look in a Coeur d'Alene dictionary, or you look at some of the materials coming from the language program, it'll look like this. It won't be color-coded, and it won't have these hyphens in there. But we use both of those methodologies for the purposes of pointing these things out. What happens is after you do this for a long time, the color is not necessary, and neither is the hyphenization. I just put those hyphens there. That doesn't mean anything. That just separates those two things out so I can point at it. But in the materials coming from the language program, it's all like that. And sometimes it gets pretty long. You'll see 24 letters there. But after a while, you'll recognize all the component parts, and it won't be such a mystery. Okay. Iskwist, mine, your name. Iskwist, iskwist. When I mentioned at the beginning that we're going to talk about fundamental aspects of Coeur d'Alene, the features of the language, these are the things about language that don't change. These are the kinds of things that last for thousands of years. Pronouns haven't changed in Coeur d'Alene for a long, long time. Vocabulary changes. Pronouns don't, right? Thomas Jefferson never drove over a Beamer, never owned an iPod, never hopped on a Learjet, didn't own a condo, but he used my, your, his, her, his. It's the same language. 400 years later, it goes out. These are the things that happen, and these are the things that we kind of focus on. You can learn 3,000 nouns and attach these same pronouns to them over and over again. If Coeur d'Alene society is around 200 years from now, and we have amazing technological devices, those are still the same pronouns that are going to be used to label. These are the things that are forever